everyone, so first video review for this week is for The Call by Melissa Tereze. If you want to check out my Goodreads review, I have just posted that the other day, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you are on Facebook or within my blog post then the review is there for you as well, and I hope you'll go and check that out. And like I said, this is the video review. So The Call by Melissa Tereze. Now this is the second book in the Another Love series, so it follows on from The Arrangement, but I feel you can read this standalone. So it gives you enough detail if you haven't read The Arrangement to read this on its own, but you should read The Arrangement because it will give you a lot more background and it will give you a lot more understanding of what's going on, who everybody is, and why bits and pieces are important to the story. But that being said, this one was very emotional. The first book was emotional, but this one was so much more emotional. So we're sort of back with Sam and Luciana after their really heartbreaking story in The Arrangement, which literally, yeah, super emotional. And we're encountering them a year down the line. So so much has changed for them both, you know, and a happy life. It really seems like it's going to work out for them and they're going to be really happy, but obviously, as with all romance, it's really not that plain sailing, and there's a few spanners in the works, because there's always spanners in the works, you know what it's like. Nothing ever sort of goes to plan, especially when you've got pasts and you've got things that come back to not haunt you, but kind of, yeah, haunt you, but not really, you know what I mean. And so Luciana, she gets that devastating call, you know, that one call that you all dread, that something's happened and you have no idea and the world just seems to stop. And yeah, she gets that call, and unfortunately for her, she gets it from someone who's been wreaking absolute havoc in their lives, you know, someone who just causes chaos and is responsible for a lot of the tension and chaos in their relationship as well. So there is so much going on. Like I say, the drama is intense, but the emotion that was poured into this story was really overwhelming. There was a lot going on, and it will make you very emotional, especially if you've had that connection with Sam and Luciana from reading book one. So be prepared. If you've read book one, you're in for one hell of a ride. But talk about strained relationship. Luciana and Sam have history that is not even their own history together. It's separate histories, and it's traumatic events, it's things that have caused thoughts, feelings. They just got a lot going on. There are people that are put under pressure, and this story is absolutely laced with angst. And I really loved how Melissa kept that tension throughout. She really didn't let it fall away, and she kept the heartbreaking events coming. She kept the drama fresh, and she kept, you know, throwing a curveball. There was a plot twist, there was things going on that you didn't expect. You really couldn't have predicted how Sam and Luciana's life was going to take turns, and you had no idea like what was coming next. And I really didn't think things could get more heartbreaking after The Arrangement, and then here we go. She brought us the second book, and they really are more heartbreaking. It really is a story of two people who deserve complete happiness, and really life is being just downright cruel. And so it's, like I say, laced with such intense and nail-biting moments, and there's a lot of wondering as well. You spend a lot of time wondering what's going to happen, and sort of going over various scenarios in your head, a bit like the characters do, and you're kind of getting 2 + 2 and coming up with like 5, not 4, and it's insane. But it was realistic in the portrayal of a relationship that is tested by other people and circumstance and emotions and traumatic events. Melissa's really captured how that can have an effect on you and your partner and everything, other family members, people's actions, everything, and how it affects what's going on with you personally, and sort of taking into account the past, the present, everything, how it shapes a person really. And I genuinely found that it was just such an emotional read. I really did. I got quite upset at points, and only because I've got a connection with these characters. I really am invested in Sam and Luciana and their happiness, and believing that, you know, Karma's horrible and they should have happiness. Karma needs to give them a break. But you know, they're going through so much. They're on the real emotional roller coaster in book 2, and it's completely different from the first emotional roller coaster they both went on. I don't even know how they survive it. But it's a completely different scale to the first book, and it's like full of drama. What I did like I say, you don't need to read the first book, but you would benefit from reading it. You can read this alone, and you would get a good grasp on the past, what happened, why it's happened, and why current events are happening. And Melissa has really put the pieces together well so that it can stand alone as a story, or it can be read as part of the series. And she's brought a great romance to light, like one of the greats. It's a very Hollywood feel sometimes, because you would think this is the extremes, but it's really, really good. And it's drama, it's angsty, and it's everything that, if you like a really good romance, this is a really good one for you. Like angsty romance, drama filled romance, this is that, straight in that category for you. It's really, really good. But it's Sam and Luciana's connection in this story that really makes it special. After everything Sam has been through, everything Luciana has been through, and the support that they give each other, mostly Luciana though, Sam needs to work on her support, but I get it, she's the one who's enduring a lot of the trauma. It's really Sam's story again, and it's really undeniable that they have a really true connection and a really true love, and I really loved that. It was just a really lovely story, and I'm so glad that we got some, I'm going to call it closure, but it's not. I think there's room for more here, but I would say, yeah, we got some closure on Sam and Luciana, and they're happy for now, and I'm really pleased that Melissa bought us this installment. It's fantastic. So I'll pop a link in the description so that you can go and grab a copy of The Call by Melissa Tereze. If you've read The Call by Melissa Tereze, please let me know what you thought of it. How did you find it? If you've read the first book as well, it'd be really great to hear what you think of their sort of follow-on, the follow-up, and how their lives are going now. That'd be really, really great. And if you haven't read it yet, but you're planning to read it, or if it's on your to-read list, or you're now really, really interested in reading it, again, it would be great to hear from you, because it's always fantastic to hear when you're interested in reading a book. And if you do grab a copy of it, I really, really hope you enjoy it. Bye!